Hey, it's Donna. Listen, Pisces, you may have to prepare for some stumbling blocks, um, but this too shall pass. We're going to get right into it. First things first, this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you, so only focus on what applies to you. Use your best judgment. No one can tell you what to do. This is for entertainment and educational purposes. Um, This is titled for August, so it is technically for August 2023. My readings are good for about 4 to 6 weeks, and most of the videos, unless they're specifically for a specific purpose, um, they are for the day that you watch them. So this is considered timeless. Um, like I said, again, 4 to 6 weeks from when you're watching this, give or take. I mean, it could stretch out longer or shorter. Everybody's different. So, like I said, it looks like we're going to have to be preparing for a few stumbling blocks in the future. This is not the best reading. However, it is not the worst. And I pulled some clarifiers on the two roads to the future just to, I wanted to see where they were going. The way I do the reading, I don't know what this format is called. We shuffle the deck with intent. You think about what you want to ask, what you want to know, or you can make a wish, that kind of thing. I usually pull these with a set intent. Like you think Pisces, Aquarius, whatever, or a person. If you're doing a reading for a person, we will shuffle the deck and then we will split it into three piles. And on the bottom of each pile, we take those cards. I call those the first three. These are always read upright. I don't know why. I'm just going to jump into it and we'll get into the other sections of the reading. But the first three should be a synopsis of what the entire reading is about. And generally, they do that. So that's why I pulled clarifiers because, spoiler alert, the two roads to the future don't have the best cards in there. So I sense a little jealousy and some, like I said, someone throwing some stumbling blocks in your way, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll get to it. So the first one under the first three is the Four of Wands, and this card represents 1111. That means you are on the right path. Synchronicities are like, I take it as double numbers, triple numbers. It means you're on the right path. This card represents perfect work, rest after labor, peace, prosperity, harmony. References home, property, like your safe place. Everything that, is dear to you, your home, your environment. It also references a romance and a coming marriage. So if you're not partnered up with somebody, then looks like you'll be meeting somebody soon. Like I said, it may not be in the next 4 to 6 weeks, maybe a little beyond that, maybe like tomorrow. Everybody's different. The next card is from the Major Arcana. This is the Death card, number 13. And it does not mean death. There are a couple other cards in the deck that do reference death. And this is not one. It means basically rebirth. So I don't know really why they're calling it the Death card, but it is the end of a cycle. So death could reference that. An end of a cycle, that's one of the meanings. Major meaning for it is transformation, change, renewal, enlightenment of consciousness, new ideas, new opportunities, references sale of a house and an end of a cycle. And this card references home. So you might be looking into selling a home or buying a home, or maybe you're talking about it, you're wanting that. This can also reference, what you're wanting in life also. The third card of the first three is the Ace of Cups. This card references, oh, by the way, the Death card references Scorpio, or you may be dealing with a Scorpio or something happening during Scorpio's birth season. So like October, November. Okay, so the first three, Ace of Cups. This card references beginning of great love, great friendship, joy, contentment, productivity, fertility. If you're wanting kids, it's a good card for that. Productivity is also, being fruitful of mind, having great ideas, all that jazz. References beauty, pleasure, and a reminder that the mind that is filled with spirit will lead for the material cup to overflow. So if you're good and happy inside, it can only get better from there. This card always makes me think, remember your blessings. So however small it is, remember your blessings. If somebody, gives you, a free parking, meter, or buys you a drink or something, that's a blessing. Everything, things like that sometimes happen where you get all green lights. So that's what this is referencing. So there will be some change and renewal. I feel like that has to do with the roadblocks that are coming, but your work situation's looking really good. I also feel, since I see the rest of the reading, that in the end, we will eventually get to this great new love and to a smoother road. So we'll get past those hurdles, those stumbling blocks. So the sections of the reading, here we have the center. This center area represents how you're thinking, how you're feeling right now, things that are influencing you, events, feelings, all that. The center card is the Nine of Wands. That's in the upright position. This card represents a pause and a struggle, and it's reminding you that you will be gathering strength in reserve. So while you're in this pause, rest, relax, and you'll be gaining your strength. Also represents eventual victory with a steady force applied. And that's a good card. We Pisces are nothing if not stubborn. So hang in there, hang in there. We're dreamers, so got to keep that frame of mind. But we will eventually win. So that Ace of Cups is coming, even though there are some, like I said, some speed bumps. This card also references obstinacy, which is stubborn, strength, power, health. It also references the wounded warrior, and that's someone who's been in a battle and they're very defensive. Not a bad person, but I've been burned. Don't want it to happen again. Someone who sets up boundaries, and it's a person that does not give up. And that's Pisces 100. It may also reference past lives. So you may get a feeling of, if you run into somebody new, that, like, oh my God, where do I know them from? But you know something's there, but you can't place it, and you've never met the person before. So I feel like that is like you're meeting up with someone from a past life. Doesn't matter which card you read first. I'm just going to pick one. Got the Seven of Cups next to. This card represents dreams, having an overactive imagination, which is not bad, but you need to stay realistic. Uh, we Pisces have a tendency to have our heads in the clouds, but we also do have a healthy dose of reality too. But as long as you don't lose that delicate balance, you're good. I don't see any issues with having an overactive imagination. There is a reference to being too scattered, like your forces may be too scattered. Maybe you're doing too many things. You've got too many irons in the fire. You're working too many jobs. You made too many promises to people, and you're trying to deliver everything. So it's warning. I mean, that's why it's saying strength and reserve. They're telling you to slow the hell down. You need to rest. You listen to your body. Drink a lot of water. I'm not really a drinker, so I've been doing popsicles, like real fruit popsicles. Oh my God, they are so good. Um, they're not like the popsicles we grew up with. Our popsicles were just freaking sugar water, frozen sugar water. They have fruit in. Oh my God. I don't know. I know I've been living under a rock, but I love them. But anyway, listen to your body. That's what these are referencing. And there is good health around you right now. So continue taking care of yourself and don't scatter your sources too much. It's nothing wrong with. I've always said there's nothing wrong with taking a nap. I love naps. I heart naps. I will have a T-shirt that says I heart naps. I have no issue with that. This card also references, though, however, deception. So generally, that is not you. Generally, I take that card as someone is going to be deceptive with you. So keep your eye out for any kind of something that just doesn't seem quite right. You don't have any people around you, really. I mean, this is a person, but not. It's not really. Well, the Empress upside down. It could reference this person, but it's on this side, so I'm not putting the two together at this moment. But um, since there is no people card around it, I take that as scams and fraud. There are a lot of scams going on, through email, online, whatever. Just don't fall for it. Don't click on any links. Don't, if I don't even open emails I don't recognize, Anyway, this is also a card of, it's kind of like an out of options vibe. Like you're feeling like you may start feeling trapped. Like you've run the course, the gamut. You've used all of your options. You've phoned all your friends, so you are out of options, and you're feeling on your own at this moment. But there shouldn't be any. It's not really that bad of a card. And I would rather have this card by itself, because I take that as scams and fraud as opposed to someone that you're dealing with. As I feel like people that you're dealing with being deceptive is a lot worse than, someone you don't know that's trying to, scam you. I think that's less hurtful, but just don't fall for it. Keep your guard up. On the other side, we've got the Six of Swords. This is upside down. This card says, you will stay where you are. So rest, relaxation, strength, and reserve are all being referenced here. So there's no immediate way out of your current situation. And that card also references an unfavorable issue or some kind of undertaking, some kind of event or something that you may have to partake in that you're not really thrilled with. Like say for instance at work, you're going to have visitors from another company and you're not thrilled about it, or the people, but you don't want to see them. Whatever, it could be a multitude of different things. Um, just something unpleasant. It could also be having to go to the dentist. That's very unpleasant. I mean, usually it's very unpleasant and stressful. And the overactive imagination could also be like, say for instance, you are going to the dentist, you're thinking, oh my God, it's going to hurt, I don't want to go. It's all relative. I don't know why I'm mentioning dentist, but I tried to pick just anything, whatever. So just keep your eye out for, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck. This area back here is referencing your past. Not everybody wants to do the past cards. I do. I like to know what I'm dealing with. The way these are read, the card closest to the center is the most recent, and then further on back. So this would be the recent past, and further back in the past, and way back in the past. The first card, most recent past, is the Five of Pentacles. This card is right side up. This also this references unemployment and being destitute, or being employed but destitute. You're not making enough. It does say unemployment, so however it fits. If you were employed recently, then you're employed, but you're not making enough, so you're still feeling piss poor. References, there might have been a loss of home, like maybe you lost where you're living, or something happened with the living situation. That can go back, generally in the past. I'm a little more flexible with the past. Like, these can go years. um i don't I don't stick them to the 6-week thing. So there was probably a time where you were wondering where you were going to be living, or you were moving, just not sure of how, like maybe you had a roommate that moved out on you and you weren't sure how things were going to go. Also references loneliness, lovers unable to meet. This is a card of the dark night of the soul. So generally it's being in need and being left out. And that usually it's you, but sometimes it references, you may have left someone out. I feel like this is also you. You felt left out of something, whether it was work or, like that, if you were out of a home, you were in need and you were left out. So if your roommate left, and, that left you out. The card also references that, there is help if you need it. So ask for help. So this is in the past. Doesn't look like you did ask for help, but I'm telling you that now. Ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. And that's with anything. Further back in the past, we've got the 9 from the Major Arcana upside down, the Hermit. That card references a Virgo, so you might have been dealing with a Virgo, or this might have been during Virgo birth season. The Hermit upside down references refusal to listen to wisdom, immaturity, foolish vices, ghosting, solitude. There's nothing wrong with solitude. And the ghosting can go either way. You may have been ghosted, or you may have been ghosting somebody, talking to somebody's always going to be an argument, so you just, you dodge their calls. Doesn't make it any better, but that to me is ghosting also. But generally ghosting is not a good thing. But it looks like I'm taking this as you personally did not take somebody's advice, and it may have led to losing of a home, or the unemployment, or maybe a demotion. You lost some money, you got demoted. Um, doesn't really doesn't really matter. It's in the past. Furthest back in the past, like I said, I'm just doing this for reference to see what I'm working with. We've got the number 20 card from the Major Arcana also. That is the Judgment card. That references Scorpio. So you may have been dealing with a Scorpio or something during Scorpio season. So here, Scorpio's over here as well. So um, maybe the same one, or it may be different. We have, this card references, upside down references weakness, disillusion, fear of death, failure to find happiness, separation, divorce, loss of material possessions, and generally not following your true calling. So, the way I take it with the Judgment, if you're not following your true calling, things are harder for you, and you got to fight longer and struggle more, and things seem to fall in place when you're following your true calling. The separation and divorce may have been temporary, or it may have been permanent, and that was a really significant thing that you went through. Could have been years ago, could have been months. The divorce affected you in some way, leading to the way I take it, Pisces, when we break up, being immature and just getting drunk and refusing to listen to anybody and whatever. And, maybe that led to unemployment, or, demotion or something. But it's looking like you had a bit of a time with it. I'm looking at that as permanent, as personally. Um, maybe you went through a divorce or some kind of separation. Over here, this area is the work area, the group activity area. If you're a homemaker and that is your profession, you can separate that from the family, or you can include it, because family is a group also. So, to me, group is like bowling, skating, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, whatever. Home, family, reunions, relatives, get-togethers, that kind of thing. The first card in the near future, we've got the Ace of Swords. This card is right side up. That card references conquest, you conquesting, you having triumph, power, great activity, having the power for great love or great hate. So, kind of being opinionated strongly one way or the other. Possible birth of a heroic child, championship. Card also references revealing feelings, clarity. Swords are thoughts and words. So, revealing feelings, sharing feelings, clarity, epiphanies, acing interviews and exams, and rebirth. So in your job or group activity area, you're off to a banging start. It is looking very promising. Whether you've got a new job or you're starting some new project, it's looking like it's really good. And we all need our work area to look good. Next, we've got the number 17 from the Major Arcana. This is the Star. This card represents Aquarius. So you may be dealing with an Aquarius, or something that happens during Aquarius birth season. This is the wish card. This is one of the wish cards. So, and it's right side up. So you'll be getting your wish somewhere in the group activities or work area. If you're wanting that promotion, it looks like it's coming. If you're wanting that new job somewhere else, looks like it's coming. This card represents insight, inspiration, hope of healing, unselfish aid, health, gift of spirit, great love given and received, expressing to the world. So like fame, if you're, doing something online activity, or, YouTubing, whatever. It's a card of great possibilities. So if you're wanting to, be big in YouTube, work on it. It's within your grasp. If you're wanting that great new position, it's within your grasp. You just have to make up your mind that you want it. Further in the future, we have the Five of Wands. This card is not such a great card, and it's not the end all, because this too shall pass. Like I said, here's where the road bumps and the speed bumps are coming in, roadblocks. This card represents violent strife, rash, competition, and a reference for you to be bold. So you're going to have to stand up for yourself. There's a battle of life. To me, battle of life, because we don't have knights in shining armor that joust anymore. The battle of life to me is always at work, because, work is money, money is food, food is life. So somebody at work, if someone's fighting you at work, that's a battle of life. They're fighting. I mean, if they're stealing your ideas and stuff, or taking your money or whatever, making you look bad, whatever, that's a battle of life. So it looks like you're going to have to stick up for yourself for something. So, it doesn't say false accusations, but I get that feeling. You may get falsely accused of something. But that's not the card for this. But generally, I don't know why, I'm getting that, but go with it. It references obstacles, a lawsuit coming, jealousy, competing interests. So we had that reference of spreading yourself too thin. So it's referencing for you to cut back a little bit. Perhaps there are too many people around in your life right now. It appears that there might be some asses nearby. So the violent strife, I don't take that as an actual physical fight. Could be, but I take it as you're going to have to fight for your right, whatever, in this group activity or work issue. The competing interests and the jealousy, to me, is coworkers. Coworkers might be, throwing some darts your way, throwing you under the bus or something. And none of this is set in stone. All of these cards are meant as advice, doesn't mean things will absolutely happen this way. Up here we've got two theoretical roads to the future, and like I said, the closest cards are the nearest, and then the further into the future. Doesn't matter which side you read first. I'm just going to pick one. Over here we've got the 3 from the major arcana. That's the Empress. That is upside down. This card represents Taurus, or something happening during Taurus birth season. So you may be dealing with a Taurus. This card upside down references possible loss of material goods. In the past, it said something about loss of a home, so this may be related to it, or could be a new loss, like perhaps there's a car accident, somebody loses a car. That would be a material loss. Cars can be replaced, so I don't look at that as detrimental. And I mean, people can't be replaced, but cars can. Card also represents inaction And then it references possible war, um, famine, poverty, and instability. So there's something going on. It looks like there's like money issues. The poverty is being mentioned again. I'm feeling like you're worried about not having enough money in the future. Um, I say, do your best, sell yourself to the highest bidder, do your best, and pray. I pray about everything, and I pray out loud. I say, put it out there. You can do it in your car so you don't feel stupid about it, but say it out loud, and that is how you manifest. You think about it, you say it, you envision it, and it eventually comes true. It try it. The worst thing can happen is nothing. Um, but if you're worried about money and your future and things like that, like I said, do your best and give it to God, give it to whoever. Um, I do believe the best outcome will always happen. Further in the future, we have the Three of Swords. This card is right side up, and this card sucks upside down or right side up. So I'll just, it's stormy weather for the heart, tears, separation, upheaval, possibility of a civil war. Now that to me is like a marriage, family war, and this was mentioning war as well. Um, Civil war could also be in your work area, and it mentions political strife. This could also reference a third party situation. A third party could be a person, could be work, could be an entity. So the third party situation could be you're competing with, your partner's job. They're working too much, you want them home more or whatever. It could be an actual person too, but um, it may also represent recovering from surgery and a possible apology. So take it as you want. That card, it may reference the separation that was going on in your past. You're still going to be feeling it for just a little bit longer. Remember, I said there's new love and romance and a marriage coming. So do not give up. If you're looking for somebody, do not give up. Furthest in the future, we've got the Nine of Swords. That card represents this. I just call it the nightmare card. That's the nightmare card. Sorry. But it is nothing but worry, fret, panic, suffering, loss, misery, burden, oppression, doubt, illness, being very reckless, over drinking, over smoking, over whatever. It is the typical mind fuck card. You're just in your head, you're worried about everything, and you need to calm yourself down and pull yourself off the ledge when you get like that. I used to have a tendency to have hyperventilate and have panic attacks. I still have panic attacks, but you can talk yourself right off that ledge, or you can continue, and hyperventilate. Just it's best to calm down. This too shall pass. That's what all this is about. This too shall pass. Everybody's going to have ups and downs. So it's not that, I take everything with a grain of salt. The last meaning for that card of the Nine of Swords may mean death of a loved one. And I take that as 50-50. The 40 years I've been doing tarot readings, that to me, the outcome of this card is literally 50-50. There are no people around that card. This may also mean someone you work with. It could also mean someone you went to school with 50 years ago, and you're hearing that they passed away, but it was someone that you really cared about. It may mean somebody close to you right now. I always say, tell the people that you love them. Just send good vibes. And we all have an expiration date. I'm not trying to be flippant, but that's why we say, live life like it's the last day on earth. So try to appreciate everything and let people know how you feel about them. So that card I take as a warning not to fret. Do not fret. Don't get in your head. Don't go crazy. And like when we drink and stuff, there's a tendency for our overactive imagination was mentioned. So I have a tendency to just go overboard. So just don't drink as much. Just try to keep a level head for the next few weeks. And when these jealous coworkers throw roadblocks in your way, you'll be able to deal with it better. Or get drunk off your ass and forget everything. I'm no judging here. So the other road to the future, and I don't, other videos I've said, you don't have to take these cards. You don't have to take that road. You don't have to take this road. You don't have to take any of the cards. You can just take just this one card if that's the only one you want. They're all used as a warning, as advice, as some kind of guidance for you. So over here we've got the Five of Swords. This is upside down. This card references to beware of pride. So beware of words or actions that cannot be taken back. So they're telling you to chill, chillax. Don't fly off the handle. Try to keep your imagination neutral. Represents there is a chance of loss. Doesn't say that there is a chance of loss. Empty victory, sorrow, weakness. And this card represents like narcissists and someone who wants to win at all costs. So when they say beware of pride, if you have to get the last word in, they're warning you not to do that. Just, you may win, but the other person may run away crying. So that's an empty victory. You won, but you were an ass for making that person feel bad. So whatever. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. Last meaning on that card is you may be attending a funeral. So, and that may not be someone close to you. It may just be somebody that you know. Maybe someone you went to school with. You're gonna hear about. You might be going. Could be a coworker or boss, somebody you're not that close with, but you do know them. You may be going to someone's funeral. That I take as 50-50 also. Further in the future, we've got the Seven of Swords. This is right side up. This is the spy card. So I always take it as someone's going to be spying on you. You could be the spyer, but I take it as someone spying on you. So watch your computer passwords, your phone passwords. Don't leave anything open. Watch your emails, your actual U.S. mail, things like that. Maybe on like Facebook or whatever, put the settings on, friends only, or, just stuff like that. There's some kind of spying going on. Could be the jealous people in your world right now. You don't need to make it easy for them. So, this card references plan may fail. So it says it may fail. Doesn't say it will. It may fail. I take that as just make sure you have plan B. Come up with a plan B. There's nothing wrong with that. It's actually really good. So come up with a plan B. There's a reference that there's maybe an unwise attempt to steal. So whether that's you or someone trying to steal something from you. So if they're just don't take any risks. Don't if it's not yours, leave it. You don't want to get accused of anything. Card references unstable effort, arguments. That's more like that could be the road bumps also, but there may be like an underlying feeling of insecurity. You may be feeling insecure. You may be having a lack of worth. This card represents like talking yourself out of something. So it's a warning, it's advice. Don't be so hard on yourself. You know, it's really hard not to be insecure, but you know, try to learn your self-worth. And I don't allow myself to have any negative thoughts or any negative comments. No negative inner dialogue. I no longer say I hate my life. I no longer say, um, I'm so stupid. I no longer say that to myself. And anything negative, I don't. I focus on only the positive. And I am almost in a good mood about 100% of the time. It really, really works. You have to be your own biggest fan. And it's just like what they said. If you don't love you, how are you going to get someone else to love you? The way somebody had said, um, the Two of Cups is like the Lover's card. The Two of Cups is two cups holding it together. It's a couple. It's a union, and they're sharing their cups with each other. And what you have in your cup that you're going to share with this other person is how you feel and think about yourself. And if you have nothing but crap in there, oh, I'm so dumb, I'm so stupid, I'm so fat, yeah. Don't be so hard on yourself. You got that in your cup and you're going to share that with someone. Here, drink some of this. I'm so dumb, I'm so stupid, I'm so fat. Who the hell wants that? Put in there, oh, I love myself. I'm having a great day. I love my hair. My hair's not that bad, but hair looked better yesterday, but that's not so bad. Oh, I love this shirt. Sun is great. Oh, I see that butterfly. This is great. Love it, love it. Put that shit in the cup and share that with somebody. Share happiness. And don't let yourself think of bad things. Yesterday is done and gone. Joan Crawford said that. Yesterday is done and gone. She never regretted anything. Loved her. But, it's the same thing. It's done and gone. What can you do about it? But be your own best fan. You are a worthy person. So the next card, the furthest in the future, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. This card is also upside down. This card represents family misfortune. Old people may become a burden. Like, so for instance, you may have an elderly person that might need hospice care or need to go into a home or need, round the clock care or an assistant or something like that. Or maybe they're asking you for a ride to the store all the time or whatever. It also references there may be a possible loss of inheritance. It's possible. It's not set in stone. May just mean there's no will. So look into it. Or it's guidance, it's advice. There's caution against taking any risks. So I wouldn't be given any ultimatums. So whether it's, in a relationship or at work, whatever. But all of this is temporary. So your work situation's looking like if you need to hang in there and you're going to be getting, either that position that you want or that pay that you want or that schedule you want, whatever, that routine you want, whatever. So hang in there. And like I said, I did not see any people cards in there. But love is coming in the future. There's a romance, there's a marriage coming in the future. I did clarify on this reading. So I'm going to tell you what I pulled up with all of that. Um, you can't enjoy the good without experiencing some bad. So that's the way I take all of this. You had 3 5s in your reading. 5s represent change, strife. You had 3 9s as well. 9s represent self-love, 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 self-love. BTS has a song, Love Myself. Listen to it, listen to it. Need to love yourself. And it also, 9s also represent inspiration. So don't lose your hope. Don't always be the dreamer. Pisces are dreamers. Always be the dreamer. Think big. Dream big. There's nothing wrong with that. Why not? If you're going to spend your time daydreaming, dream about what you really want. That fancy car, the fancy house, lots of money, great health, being on the beach. Dream big. Dream it. That's how you manifest. Dream it. Picture yourself in that nice car. Everything, all of that, it's all within your grasp. So that I clarified, like I said, on both roads to the future. I don't remember which cards I pulled, but basically I wanted to know why so gloomy. We're going through some speed bumps here. So what's going on? So the path to the right, what I was getting out of the cards that I was pulling for that is I'm feeling like someone you left out in the cold, either personally or at work, is just wanting your downfall. So, they're going to be making foolish attempts to make you look like an ass, or drive the bus over you, back the bus over you. I feel they're jealous of your success. Jealousy was mentioned down here. I feel like they're jealous of your success, and, they might be the ones causing the roadblocks. This, too, is temporary. They're going to get over it, or they're going to get egg on their face. These are foolish attempts to strike you down, or to cause you some kind of issue. You got God on your side. Just remember that. Path on the left, the cards I pulled, was referencing that a responsible person may step up and be of help to you. Very helpful, trustworthy. There will be good news about money, new opportunities, and acing whatever you're wanting, acing it. Sharing and giving. And I also pulled another wish card. I actually pulled the star card again. So just hang in there. And it says, victory through steady force. So you have to be tenacious and hang in there. So reading's not as bad as I had thought, but, it is a little gloomy, but put on a happy face. Just, you're going to have to live through the day anyway. So, why make it shittier? Just keep smiling. Keep your internal smile on. If people want to be around you and be an ass or bring you down, or, they're jealous or whatever, don't let them see you smile. Smile when you're in another room. There are people out there that don't like to see other people smile. So, but karma is a real thing. Karma will come right back. What you put out there is what you will get back. You put out good vibes, you're going to get good vibes. And I have seen it. I have lived it. And I 100% believe in manifestation. Say what you want out loud. Write what you want down. Say it. Think about it. Meditate on it. Speak to God about it. This too shall pass. Everything is going to end up being in your favor. You got the Ace of Cups. That's the beginning of greatness. And that romance is right around the corner. If you haven't met somebody, you're going to be meeting them really soon. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. Um, I'm hoping to have this uploaded soon. I have been having really crappy internet. It's taking me like 7 to 14 days to upload one video. So I'm hoping this gets up here soon. There seems to be no end to that. So, but whatever. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a blessed day.